Hi, welcome or welcome back. If you are new here, hello, my name is Charlotte. I'm a 25-year-old painter by trade from North Norway and I knit. And in this video I am tackling this thing. As you can see, it is a project that I've started. It is black, so it's very hard to see, but it's this ribbed little thing. And I started this in February. So it's a long time coming. 8 months old. Mars, april, mai, juni, juli. Well, it's so close to it. It's 8 months old. And since it's a project that I started, I figured this is a finished whip thing, but I am going to start this completely over. So I don't know if it's going to be a finished whip, but it is at least going to be some socks. Some nice, thick, woolen socks for my boyfriend. I have promised to make him some for the longest time now. So I figured this is the perfect time to actually knit them up. I'm going to use Sunday sock by PetiteKnit. And I'm going to make him the size 43. And this is the yarn Sol. It is black, as I said, so the color is also called black, but it's very hard to see. But it is black. And it is from Hillesvåg Ullvarefabrikks. The yarn is called Sol. It is, 290 meters per 100 grams. And yeah. Well, I am here outside by the beautiful Målselv. I will be knitting on these. Hopefully I will get quite far. I think I will be sitting here for quite some time actually. It is still quite early in the... well, it's not morning. It is daytime right now. It is maybe 11 o'clock right now. But I will probably be sitting here for some hours to knit and relax and just have a nice time. Yeah, that is my plan for today. Here we go. There we go. So, let's get this started. Never felt as peaceful as this. The river that I'm just looking at has a lot of salmon in it, and it's not all the time, but there is some just right down here, and it's just filling the river with some life. And every now and then there's a bigger splash over there. And obviously birds. I see some eagles. I know that there's moose up behind me. Far enough away that I'm not really thinking that much about it, but just listening to the life within the river and in the air and the bonfire, it's making me regret that I'm not knitting with wooden needles, because the clinking just doesn't really fit within the scenery. It is obviously not the same day as the last clip, but today is just a glorious day. I have maybe knit 5-7 centimeters on the leg or the shaft of the first sock. You can maybe see it because of my white sweater, but I am a little bit concerned for the tightness here, but it'll do. I'll have him put it on before I start the heel, just so I'm sure that I won't make it that long that it's just constricting around the leg somewhere. When I was here Sunday, I think it was, or at least the last clip, that was the first time I was here for since forever. Sit down and just enjoy the scenery. I brought with me headset and I sat down and I just watched some YouTube videos. But I did catch myself in starting a video and not completing it because I got distracted by nature. And so today I did not bring my headset. I have not started a YouTube video. I have even forgotten that I have a phone with me sometimes. But this is just great. I wish I had a place like this close to home so that I could escape to a place like this. There's probably steaming with fish over there. There's probably some place, but I mean, I live close to a town. I live in a town. Or not close to, I live in a town. And there are several places like this there, but there is one big difference. This place is only known to the people who live here, like my in-laws' family, my boyfriend's family, and those who live across or own the land across the river. Those are the only people who knows that this exists. And those who live over the river, they don't come here. They have their own little place. So it's quite private. And it's so quiet. And at home, there's usually a lot of people there. But I'll try, just to get myself outside. Fresh air, bonfire. If I have to bring my own wood, I'll bring my own wood. Just sit there for a while, knit, or just breathe. This is just very enjoyable. I figured that an outro today would be nice since I didn't do an outro. It's not an outro, just an end of the knitting session for this project of the day. This is how far I've gotten. It is the fish is jumping. It is nothing more than a black sock. So it's a Sunday sock by PetiteKnit. Super easy, super nice. I am very much enjoying it, and it is black, so it is kind of hard to see. I don't even know if you can see the stitches. I barely can. I can when the sun is shining correctly on it, but it's just a black sock. And I can tell you here now that this is the last black sock I will ever knit, because I need light to see the stitches, but I can't just have lights. I need lights in the specific angles that I can actually see the stitches. But I've gotten this far. I don't know how long it is. Maybe 13 centimeters, maybe 12. I don't really know. I don't know how far he wants them, but this is how far I've gotten. The other reason why I figured that I wanted an outro today is because, I mean, you see the sun. The sun it's not setting, but it is, I mean, maybe 10 minutes away from going behind the trees and the mountains. So here I am right now. I've just stared at the sunset. I can't even see myself in the viewfinder, but yeah. Now that it is getting dark, there is more wildlife activity. So the fishes are jumping about, and the moose will also be more, well, close by. More activity on those as well, and I don't want to get close to a cow with her calves, so I'm gonna head back. Luckily it's not far. I'm gonna head back home and knit on something else. I don't even know how to start this. I am kind of ashamed. So I just finished the heel for the first sock for my boyfriend, and it is horrible. Like, you can't see it because the yarn is black, but background here is actually white. So let me try. No, you can't see it. If you can, you see like here, there's like this nub, and you see some on the other side as well. It is a long time. Whoa. It's been a while since I knitted socks last, and apparently I have forgotten how to. So I think it's time for me to try a different kind of heel. Maybe I'll try the heel flap and gusset. I'll try that, but not today. It is late. I've been doing a lot of stuff today, and I am actually kind of ready to go to bed. So, but now you know. I tried the heel. It failed. I'm gonna frog it and try again, but a different variant. As you can see, I am back home. I'm not in the forest anymore knitting, but I did something. You see it barely here. I did the heel, and it is black, so you can't really see it. You can't actually kind of see it. I did the heel flap and gusset, I think that's what it is, where you knit like the heel flap back and forth, and then you pick up stitches on the side of the flaps, and then you decrease until you reach X amount of stitches on the needles. I did that, and that's the first time I've ever done it. This is the Sunday sock from PetiteKnit, and this is now my go-to heel, basically. Yeah, it was way easier than I feared when I read it, and I read the pattern, but this is actually really nice. It did use a tiny bit more yarn than the German short row heel, French heel. I don't really know what it's called, but that one when you do German short rows twice to get 45 degrees and then 90 degrees. Yeah, that heel at least. But I am so happy with how this is turning out. I'm really happy that I think you can see this. I can see it in the viewfinder at least. But really, really happy with this. The only thing that I did try this on my own foot, just when I just finished the heel, just to see how it fits. And I realized that the cast on edge is very tight. So I will, when I'm finished with this sock, I will put in a lifeline on the cast on edge and rip back from the cast on edge, rip the cast on edge off, and do double knitting and Italian bind off, just to see if that's better, because I do cast on tight. Therefore, if you've seen any other of my videos, you know that I did some modification on my cast on techniques, I guess you can call it, for the sweaters for my nephew, where I cast it on a whole size up than the knitting was done in. So if I was going to do the ribbing in a 4mm needle, I would cast on a 5mm needle and then start knitting on the 4mm needle. And that worked phenomenally. So, but I want a nice edging on these socks because it's for my boyfriend, and I want him to have good socks, and I want them to be comfortable around his calves. So we're gonna try Italian bind off. It is 2x2. It is 2x2. It is 2x2 ribbing. So I have to do like you have, and then you kind of do this, so you get every other. I don't know. You have to move around the stitches so you can get like a 1x1 ribbing. So I'm gonna try to do that. But I think it's gonna be okay. Hopefully it's gonna be okay. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Tomorrow I am going to my friend. We're gonna knit. We tried to get the whole group together, but 50% of us had a lot on their plates, so it's just gonna be me and Luca, and that is absolutely fine. I mean, it started with us, so it'll be nice just to have just us two again, just for a little bit of, I don't want to call it catch up. It's not like good there. It's gonna be nice to have some knitting time with my knitting bestie. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna bring that sock and this sweater. that was actually all that I wanted to show you. I am knitting the size, what was it, 41 to 43, 42? 41 to 42 is the size that I am knitting. And it's, again, for my boyfriend. Yeah. So, I don't want to knit too much on this. I think I have to measure his foot tonight, just to figure out how far ish amount of like, just to know how much I can and cannot knit on that, because it is knit up in 4mm needles, so it is being knitted up quite fast. So I'm bringing that and the sweater, and I'll actually bring my camera. So if not, see you afterwards. Alright, as you can see, for one, I finished the first sock. It is folded. It is actually like this long, but yeah. He has tried it on and it fits. It goes on, and yeah, he likes it. So obviously I have started the second one. It is dry, but yeah, started the second one. Haven't really gotten that far, but this is how far we've gotten. I'm gonna continue to work on it this weekend, because as I'm filming it, it is Thursday evening, finally. So yeah, it would be nice to have this finished sometime during the weekend, and I will probably continue to knit on this one today. I have a lot of projects up in the air right now, but I want to work on this, because he has been waiting for some good, nice woolen socks from me for quite a while now. So I want to get these out of the way, and I also want to work on a sweater that I am designing on him as fast as possible, but he has to try it on before I can continue, just so I can see that if decreases around the arms are good or not. But that's a different video. But that's a project that I also wanted to work on, and I looked at the calendar and saw that we're almost in November, when we're halfway through October. So I don't really have a lot of time to finish all of the hats that I wanted to, but I figured I will just continue with the Oslo hat even after Christmas, just so I can get a bunch done, because it's still winter, people still need them. So, but some hats are for specific people for Christmas, and right now I'm working on my mother's. So yeah, but that's a sock. This is the other sock. I'll continue to work on that right now, actually. Okay, so I was about to sit down and start editing this video, and then I realized when I was going through the footage that I haven't filmed an outro for this video. I haven't really shown you. You have seen the clips where I've knitted on it and washed it and hung it up to dry, but that was the end of it. So I asked my boyfriend to take one of the socks off because he was wearing them. Meaning, and he has been wearing them since they were dry. So I take that as a seal of approval. He has really been wearing them and really much enjoying them, and yeah, and I've kind of been jealous of these because I want my own pair, which I am going to cast on whilst editing this video that you are watching right now. And considering that I did not use the correct yarn, meaning I did not follow the yarn suggestions, I just found a yarn in my stash that they worked up on needle 4 and turned it into these socks. It worked. Very happy with it. If you want this kind of a little rougher material for your socks, I will highly what's it called? I would suggest Hillesvåg Ullvarefabrikks Sol. Very nice yarn to work with. Very toothy and warm. It is 100% Norwegian wool, so it is to be expected it not to be super soft. It's not merino. It is wool. And yeah, very happy with it. Obviously, I'm going to knit up a second pair now, so very happy with the pattern as well. So yeah, I'm going to give my boyfriend his sock back now.